Now we're gonna move on to slappies right over here. You might recognize this curve when it came alive and started talking shit to me and Elijah. I'll leave a link to the video. I don't have too many slappy tricks that I'm that consistent at, but we're just gonna do front 50s first. Sorry, back 50s I meant. Gosh, it's one of those freaking helicopter days again. I don't know if you've seen in my previous videos, but there's a helicopter facility behind me and it's really freaking annoying. Back 50s definitely feel a lot easier to mash into, and then it just goes into cross lock somehow, so that's perfect. I like it. All right, so now we're gonna try front 50s and see how it goes. I'm not as good at this, but I'm usually able to do it pretty well. I normally skate a curb killer that's a 10-inch board, so this is a lot different for curbs. But I've skated it on my popsicle board before. That's where I learned in the first place, so I got this. How the heck do you almost roll your ankle on a slappy? I'll slow-mo it for you so you can see what happened, but I twisted my ankle all weird. Alright, I'm done with that one. I don't know if I like it better. Same as the backside one, it kind of throws you into cross lock. So I don't know if I like cross lock or if I like going into my heel side or toe side a little better. But now for the last one on here, I think I'm gonna do K grinds and then we'll move on to the tight trucks and try everything all over again. Holy crap, immediately I noticed a difference. It locks in so good. All right, like I just said, for K grinds, the loose trucks made such a big difference. I was able to lock in and pinch that so good, and I was kind of just like focusing on grinding as far as I could because it was just staying locked in perfectly. I did notice that the pop out wasn't really working though. It was kind of mushy and it wasn't snapping out, so maybe like a little bit tighter, and that would probably be perfect for K grinds, or K grind slappies I should say. But also I was kind of noticing too that with the loose trucks, it's kind of harder to push and get speed because wobbling around, I lose all my speed. So I don't know, maybe with practice, building that ankle strength, maybe that will help and I can push normally and get speed normally, I don't know. But anyways, now it's time to test everything with the tight truck, so let's get into it. All right, so the original slappy curb that I was skating has a car parked in it, so I don't want to bug the guy that parked there because he's in the middle of trying to battle a trick, so I'm not gonna mess that up. But I waxed the curb right next to it, so hopefully it grinds pretty good, but let's get into it. We're gonna do back 50s, back 50 slappies. So the tight trucks are doing more what I wanted, pushing up the trucks against the curb so I could pop out and do like shoves out or flip tricks out, but I feel like it's a little harder to mash into the curb and get up on top of it, so maybe a little bit looser but not too much looser, I don't know. All right, let's get into the front side 50 slappies. That's what I was doing at first too. Oh, that was so
was like nose grind to like...
Yeah, like the front trucks went on first and then you pulled it back up.
That was weird. Well, I don't know if you're familiar right now, but if you wanted to, what's it called? Do nose grind first before you log into 50. Go for it.
All right, last but not least, we're gonna do the slappy K grind and see how that works out with the super tight trucks. I can't remember if I mentioned anything about the front side slappies or front side 50-50 slappies because Elijah pulled up, but they were pretty hard to get into. Like, I already have trouble doing them, but getting into them was way harder than with loose trucks, so I'm gonna go with the loose trucks on that one. But I did like how they locked in. They would stay all the way, the wheels would push up all the way against the curb, so I could do like shoves out and flip tricks like I was saying with the backside ones. All right, but without further ado, let's get into the last one, the slappy K grind, and see how it works on tight trucks. All right, I'm already gonna call it loose trucks for sure on K grinds. It's a little harder to roll in because the trucks are wobbly, but once you get locked in, it just stays locked in perfect and you could grind forever, I feel like. With the tight trucks, it's definitely possible, but it feels more like a nose grind, like you're kind of starting to shift and go over the top of it. So that's about it for our little experiment. I'll talk a little bit more about how I feel about both trucks, and then that's gonna be it for this video. Woo, that was a long session, but I'm glad I did the experiment. You know, I wanted to do it for myself, honestly, to see what was better or what worked out better for different situations, but it also gave me a chance to practice tricks over and over and get more consistent, and I did them in weird circumstances with super tight trucks and super loose trucks. So hopefully when I put my trucks back to normal, like medium tightness, I guess, I'll have those tricks like really good. I don't know. I might even mess around with my trucks a little bit more and make them like slightly looser because I liked how the slappy crooks felt. So just to go over everything again, I'm going to talk about the different categories and what I liked better, but honestly, I think it varies with each trick, so you're going to have to decide for yourself. Flatground, I would say like 90% of the time, I think tight trucks would be better. If you're planning to go play a game of skate or something in a tournament or whatever, I would tighten up your trucks because it seems like the board's a little more snappy and more responsive. So I definitely like the tighter trucks on that, but I know there's more tricks to do, so maybe other tricks will work better with loose trucks. For the ledge, I definitely felt more comfortable with the tighter trucks. You know, I was going faster and just locking in better, I feel like, but I would honestly loosen my trucks up just a little bit. I want them more tight, but a little bit looser than I usually have them. I like how I got that better pop out on the nose slides, and I think on the tail slides, I'm not sure. And also on the 50/50s, you know, I like the potential to lock in better and hold those grinds better because you can really pinch those trucks and lean into the side that you want to stay balanced on. So there's things I like about both, but I'm gonna lean more towards the tighter trucks. For the parking block ledge, those feebles, man, oh my gosh, that was like a life changer right there. I felt like the feebles locked in better and then they popped out flatter. Like I usually almost flip the board over, so they help me land them a lot better. I'm not sure about the K grinds because I think they had the potential to pinch and lock in better, but the way I was rolling up, it was just really hard because the trucks were so loose that I couldn't control them, and when I was popping, I was so out of control. So I like the tighter ones for that, but it honestly kind of felt like I was doing a nose grind because it was so tight and just like not even pinching. I don't think it was anyways. And then for the wheelies, I think I was just getting lucky because I don't know, I'm just falling off the edge of it. I'm not really holding the grind very well, so I'll leave that up to you to decide. For the transition, you know, there's good things about both sides, but I definitely like the tight trucks a lot more because I had a lot more control. They were just, I had them on the extreme side of tightness, so I had to tic-tac a little bit, but if I loosen them a little bit, I would like them more on the tight side. And I honestly see like vert skaters skating tight trucks because if vert skaters are skating loose trucks, that's unbelievable to me because they're going down like 12-foot ramps or 15-foot ramps and getting all that speed. I would lose control and eat shit on the bottom of the ramp. So, but it was kind of fun rolling around the bowl and having like that much range of motion just to like swerve around. Feels like you're surfing or something, kind of a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the loose trucks would work better on like mini ramp skating, but probably like 5-foot ramp or under. And last but not least, the slappies, the curb skating. I think I'm gonna go with the loose trucks on that just because the K grinds just changed my life right now. I never knew that you could lock in so good, and it blew my mind, honestly. The first time I even tried it, I was like, all right, this is a game changer right here. Even for the front side 50/50s and backside 50/50s, it made it easier. It was just kind of hard pushing and rolling up to it because I feel like I would lose all my speed from wobbling too much. So maybe that's the one con to having loose trucks when skating curbs. But anyways, this was a fun video to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got some value out of it, and maybe you'll set your trucks up differently. Try it out. It's never too late to switch it up and just see if something works better. So thank you for watching again. If you like my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.